Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in this world. This is Hedge and Nee with morning update for Bitcoin. Okay, we have blue A, blue B, C, D, and I think E. The blue E could be done. It could have already completed here. If it is done here, then from here we should really start impulsing pretty hard upwards. If this is wave 4, then we could get one more lower low to the range of 7,500. We went as low as 7,660. So again, we could be done. And this will have to start impulsing and break out of the top line of the wedge trend line, this white line, and start impulsing really hard. Another way we know that this could be done is if 4 keeps rising and overlaps with 1, like that. That's not allowed. One of the 3 rules of the wave states that wave 4 cannot overlap with wave 1. I have a feeling during today we may see one more lower low. But let's see. Because this came down and touched the lower line and when pierced it, this is called a bull wick right here, where it pierced it slightly. So if we consider it complete, it could be labeled like this. We can rearrange like that. So this AB, actually I think the B should be right here. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was not visible at the lower resolution. Now that I'm at a higher resolution, you can see that this peak was higher than here. So the B belongs here. And this is the 3 waves of B, A, B, C. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, if this is complete, we need to see some serious mojo coming out of this, rising to 8,700 and breaking it. But in looking at how this was a really nice, not a vertical, but well steep angled fall, usually this is what a wave 3 looks like, usually. So I think it still is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the overlap between 1 and 4 now is pretty far apart. So the overlap is pretty unlikely. And so going back to that original count, having this with 5 still to go would remain for now. Now, in the larger degree of the pattern of the A, B, C, D, E, while this wedge is trying to be completed, I believe the net rise probably will be bouncing off of the top line here. somewhere around, let's say, 9,100 or so. And while it has touched the bottom line of the wedge, it hasn't touched the bottom line of this triangle, which is why this one more lower low probably will enable the touch point right here for the blue C. And for traders, where I have this circle might be a good point of casting a ladder, entry ladder, for a swing play for the D cycle up. So I think we still have until 3-4 days, or maybe today, when this bottom line will be touched by the price bar, or slightly exceeded, just like it did here. This again is the only correction that I see that allows a time consumption pathway for this correction. For it to take 4 months, it has to go sideways. And as it goes sideways, it's moving within a contracting line. We saw earlier how this wedge is a fractal to this wedge. Which is it is currently this wedge. So these two fractals fit pretty well into this overall sideways moving blue A, B, C, D, E. Now, can it become completely something different? Yes. As I've said consistently, there are 36 possible combinations in the corrective waves. And with each change, it can morph into any one of those 36 combinations. So yes, that places odds of getting corrective counts correct at a low ratio. But my objective in a correction is not to swing trade. I stand down on the swing trades usually because it's too difficult to count the corrective waves. My objective is to find the terminal end of that correction. Why would I be looking for the terminal end of that correction? In my 20 plus years of experience, I have found no better opportunity to cast an entry ladder than at the terminal end of a correction. And if this is a big wave 2, A, B, C, D, E, in a triangle format, and again, for cryptos, when you've got a triangle, it's either wave 2 or wave 4, and I think this is wave 2. At the minimum, a primary, if not cycle degree of trend. A, B, C, D, E, once this is done, what do you get? You get a breakout. So yes, this can morph into something else. But until I see that, I'll stick with this for now. 2 wedges within the triangle, moving sideways. And when it's traveling within contracting lines, as it gets closer and closer to the apex, its mobility gets limited until it can't take it anymore and it has to break out of it. Pretty much how the wedges work. But this will be at a much higher degree. All right, let's see how the rest of the day price action takes us. I hope this has been informative for you and helpful to augment your due diligence. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I will get back to you with another update later on. Thank you.